What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another volume of Diarrhea of a Madman. I am your host, Johnny Deneen, and this is my shit show. Uh, if this is your first time watching, this is just me joking around, being a fucking ass. This is my YouTube channel, and I do podcasts and have some fun. And this one just allows me to go off on anything and everything. So I welcome you. And to those who have been listening, welcome back. We have some good shit to get into this week. We know. I mean, come on now, the Epstein files. That shit dropped, right? All fucked up. It was all it was a mess. But it's what we wanted, right? And of course they're not gonna fucking give it to us in like neatly packaged whatever. It kind of feels like we were bitching about it or whatever, requesting it, demanding it for so long that they finally were like, fine, fuck it. And then just kind of, that kind of thing. And if you're only listening, imagine like somebody coming in, just holding a shit ton of papers and then just thrown in the fucking air. And they're like, there you go, fucking sorted out after they had already, I guess they redacted some shit. Of course, they should redact all the fucking victims' names. Yeah. But there was like other shit in there. I mean, there's so much. We'll only look through some. Uh, but like a lot of shit. Just some of it doesn't make sense. Like, why would they take that away? I don't know. Maybe smarter people than me can put things together through that fucking mess. Anyway, it's a lot of shit in it and a lot of shit a lot of us shouldn't be proud about, especially the people in it for the bad shit. I know there are some people catching some strays because apparently pedophiles like to go see stand-up comedians. They like to do other things other than go take fucking children and do what the hell they do. But gotta edit pedo word otherwise. Anyway, only nobody's fucking listening. So anyway, um, those things dropped, and of course it was a mess. But I felt, and maybe it's just my algorithm, but uh, that the NFL fucking halftime show took way more precedence than these Epstein files, and it just goes to show. Um, I don't know, man. I want to talk about how fucking stupid we are because it's easier to bitch and draw a line in the sand with the fucking NFL halftime show than it is to actually just maybe focus and pay a little bit of attention on some really fucked up shit and, find something really to bitch about, something real. Not the NFL halftime show. I mean, who gives up? When did we start caring about that? I mean, it was built up to be something that is means absolutely nothing. Did you guys know that those people, those artists that they call out there, they don't get paid. It is an invitation that the NFL sends out. And if they accept it, I believe maybe the artist gets paid like $25. That's it. All that production shit, that all comes out of the artist. So whatever kind of fucking show they put, that is their show. Of course, the NFL has to be like, okay, yeah, you could do that, but um, it's become something that it shouldn't really give a fuck about. I mean, I was watching the game because I'm a football fan. I grew up a Bears fan, and then I jumped ship from them when they drafted Williams, and I have a right to fucking do that because if players can fucking request trades from teams, guys that we grew up fucking watching, why the fuck can't fans jump ship without getting, shit on by their friends and family? So fuck you guys if you got a problem with that. Anyway, I jumped ship from the Bears to the Miami Dolphins. And if you've been paying attention the last couple of years, you can tell exactly when I became a Miami Dolphins fan. Sorry, some guy named Potential Spam is calling me again. Um, anyway, So the Bears get better, Miami gets worse, and it's my curse. Call me Eminem, you can use it. Um, so I'm not talking like I'm not an NFL fan or any of that bullshit. What I'm saying is the time show doesn't matter. I was watching the game with the wife, and I was sitting there. I was like, it, especially during the first half of this last Super Bowl, because it was fucking boring. And that was not by great defense. That was going up against a poor offense does not make you a great defense. That's not what that was happening in the first fucking half of that fucking Super Bowl. It was just garbage football. But I found myself wanting to go take pisses during the fucking game. And what the fuck is that about? Like, because I wanted to see the commercials, which were shit this year anyway. Um, yeah, everyone's just, I guess, I don't know. It's not about football anymore, and that's just kind of pissing me off. So whatever, man. I was gonna get into more about the fucking halftime show about what was it? It's because I don't know why we give a fuck, and I'm talking this from also from a fan standpoint. Why we give a fuck about these billionaires playing pretty much they're playing fantasy football, and because these guys didn't these owners of these NFL teams, they didn't get rich by all of a sudden inheriting or just owning a fucking the NFL team. I'm sorry. These owners, like this is a side project for them. You know, they got rich like Jerry Jones got rich in oil and who was fucking what's his name? I think somebody was like in the fucking Verizon. Was that the guy? No, not Verizon. Anyway, doesn't matter. This is a secondary thing for these guys. It's a subsidiary income. They're billionaires. Nobody likes billionaires, right? Because you don't get a billion fucking dollars unless you do some fucked up shit. So these guys are just toying around pretty much with all of our emotions every fucking year because we give so much of a fuck about their fantasy football league. That's like me posting my shit, my fantasy football leagues, which I retired from. I wish you could see my trophies up there. I was a fucking badass. But that's like rooting for my fucking fantasy football league, like, and getting all emotional into it because it's exactly what that shit is. It's just on a fucking higher level. These guys are playing a fucking fantasy football game at a level like this. But anyway, so there's that. And then, if I've heard what is the other argument? Well, it wasn't in English. All right, let's tackle this one right quick. Um the majority of the world speaks multiple languages. 60 to 70% of the world's population. That's just a quick Google bullshit search, and maybe more. Speak multiple languages. How many do you speak? So, let's not get into that one because I mean, whoever the Super Bowl champion considers themselves the world champion, right? So, who gives a fuck what the fucking language is that it is a time show? Nobody cares. You should be going and taking a piss, refilling your fucking snacks, hiding those beers from your fucking, drunk fucking cousins and shit, or whatever the fucking case may be. You should be doing something other than fucking watching the halftime show if you've got a fucking dick and balls between your legs and consider yourself a goddamn NFL football fan. Otherwise, shut the fuck up and let the women bitch about it, man. What the fuck are you getting into it for? All right. What I'm saying is, I'm calling you a pussy if you give a shit about the halftime show. And did anyone even think about? Remember Bruce Springsteen did the fucking halftime show? There were some other like rock bands that did that shit. I'm pretty sure Bruce Springsteen wasn't fucking like the biggest thing going on in 2009 when he played the Super Bowl halftime show. Um, Nobody gave a fuck then, right? Like, I mean, I'm sure people, E Street Band, fucking whatever the hell you want to call. I don't even know what they call themselves. I don't give a shit. I haven't even seen that movie with the dude from Bear, and he was in that other show. Nobody cares. Anyway, um, yeah. So when the fuck did we start caring? And did anyone ask, like the fans of hip hop in 2009 or rap, or pop for that matter, whatever the fuck, who the fuck was big in 2000 pop? I don't know. I was under a lot of drugs. Um, but it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm sure, like, was there outrage like now just on the other side? No, not that I remember. And it shouldn't fucking matter because it's a goddamn halftime show. They're paying to fucking be there. If you don't like it, turn the fucking channel. And it's easy to turn the channel nowadays. Hell, I think some of the smart TVs, you can just say a return to previous channel. That's, you just got to say its name beforehand. I'm not going to because I have one. But how fucking lazy have we become that you just can't turn the fucking channel? We used to listen to the radio back in the day, and there were specific stations for specific types of music, and sometimes your fucking channel would play advertisements. You're like, fuck this shit. And so you would skip through and find another fucking channel, and then you would go back when your music comes up. What I'm saying is it shouldn't, it doesn't. I'm fucking going off. Uh doesn't matter. Halftime show. Uh yeah. So anyway, they consider themselves world champions. It doesn't matter what fucking language the goddamn halftime show is in. So, other than the Super Bowl, what have I been watching? Well, Dr. Pepper Cherry Zero, fucking delicious, by the way. Um, Finished watching the show Mad Men, and gotta say, good shit. Liked it. I love the end. It was all right. I like that it ended in that the that commercial, that Coke commercial, which was a real commercial. And so a lot of people, like, if you watch it now and weren't alive during the time that that commercial came out, hell, I don't even think I was alive when that commercial came out, but I remember it because it was still fucking big when I was a kid. And so it's a Kirk Coke commercial, but so yeah, I love the way Mad Men ended. So if you haven't watched it and been having hesitations to watch that show, go fucking watch it. It's great. Um, Spoke about it on another podcast, but I watched that fucking movie. If I Had Legs, I Would Kick You, and it's uh, an Oscar nominee. An Oscar nominee for what? For making me want to rip my fucking face off. I want to dig my goddamn fingers into my eyes. It's like Uncut Gems, but with babies, and it's, oh, I mean, if you can get, I don't know, maybe I wasn't in the right fucking mindset to watch that movie at the time, but fucking A. If you can get through it, fucking yeah, but props, man. Um, but not a recommend by any means to watch. I've also been watching the Olympics, which are going on in the background right now. I think it's women's moguls. Um, and speaking of women on skis in this Winter Olympics, Lindsey Vaughn, what the fuck were you doing out on the mountain anyway? I thought, when the fuck was the Olympics not about, they're not supposed to be professionals. These are amateurs, right? This is you can't get paid to do your sport kind of thing. That's how it was originally. I think not originally. It was like naked dudes tackling each other in Greece or something like that. But past that, um, it was, amateurs. That's why the 1980 Lake Placid hockey team was so big because, these were like college kids that were playing these pretty much Russian professional fucking hockey players. I mean, I don't think they were, but they were like the best in Russia, which makes them like NHL fucking ready. Anyway, um, go see the movie Miracle. It's fucking awesome. Again, again. Um, but yeah, at one point it changed, and I think again, I think it was the Russians who did it. I don't know. I grew up in the '80s, so I blame everything on the Russians first. But I think it was in the form of basketball that they brought their like professional team out and like just wiped the floor with. I don't know if they won gold or something like that, and I may not be getting this right, but then the next year or whatever, I guess they made it open to professional basketball players, and that's when we like that's when the USA just started dominating, and it's not worth watching anymore because unless they start losing, which they shouldn't, it's crazy. But uh, yeah, but Lindsey Vaughn's out there. She's 41 fucking years old. She's a millionaire already. A millionaire, which I think she made off of being, she was an Olympian skier. I give that to her way back in the day. And then you did your fucking thing, and then you got endorsements, and then you turned that money into whatever the fuck you did, like probably sports shit, skiing, fucking wax or some shit. I don't know what the fuck. She became a millionaire, and then at 41 years old, she's like, I'm gonna make this big fucking comeback and go to the Winter Olympics, and then tear an ACL. I don't know if anyone else has ever torn an ACL, but I haven't. The quickest I had ever heard about someone coming back from a torn ACL and going back to doing what they were doing professionally as an athlete was Adrian Peterson, and that's when he tore his ACL at the end of this season, and then came back, was ready for week one. I think ran for 2,000 yards that year. I forget the year, but Minnesota Vikings, Adrian Peterson running back. And that was the quickest I'd ever heard. And I used to make jokes like, and when everyone busted ACL, I was like, you need to go fucking call Adrian Peterson. Stop it. This Lindsey Vaughn in a week is going to get back on the mountain and ski. I mean, I don't know if you've ever skied before, but it's fuck on your knees, man. And I don't know if you know where the ACL is, but it's fucking knee. And so she gets back out there, and what's she do? She fucking wrecks. And then there's audio of her screaming on the fucking side of the mountain because the mountains win again. Because your ass shouldn't even be fucking out there. You're too old. You're busted. You should have just, one, you should have never been there. And two, you should have bowed out after you tore your ACL. Maybe they could have had somebody in the fucking wings that could have, made something of themselves. But now they're probably going to not ski anymore and go on and become a teacher and just life is gonna suck because Lindsey Ward decided she wanted to fucking give the mountain another try. Anyway, I have enjoyed watching curling this year. That was so much fun. For some reason, I don't know. It was fun to watch. The games, I still don't understand it completely. I know it's like close to the like closest rock or whatever the fuck it is to the middle, and uh, curling. It looks like one of those sports like you just want to get drunk and go out there and do it. Fuck yeah, I can do this. Like easy. And you just can't do it at all. Um, that's one of those sports, but it looks like fun. I wish there was more heckling in curling because a lot of these people are just look like they're sitting in this warehouse. For some reason, the fans are up really high in curling. I don't understand that. Why are they way up? Anyway, they're like in a barn, and it's like there's only like 8 fucking rows of bleachers at the top of the barn, and everyone's up there freezing, and you can hear the calls the teammates are making, whatever the fuck they like. They're I guess they're saying left, right, and slow down or speed up, but whatever the terms that they use it in their sport. Um, but I think I mean just it would be so great. You just hear someone back, you man. I don't know. It's because there isn't that. All you hear is them, and I would like to heckle curling at the next Olympics. That'd be fun. It gives me like what 4 years? Is it every 4 years? I can come up with some good ones in 4 years. Easy, too easy. Japanesey who's winning the fucking speed skating right now is some Japanese guy. Alrighty. Lindsey Vaughn, fuck you. Curly, fuck you. Oh man, it is titty time. It's everyone's favorite time. Twitter trending time. All right. Hell is going on. You know what? I think I saw some bullshit about El Paso. El Paso, Texas. There's some shit going on down there with drones and the cartel and whatnot. They shut down. Excuse me. They shut down airspace, I guess, for like the next 10 days around El Paso, Texas. Okay, cool. Who gives a fuck? If you're flying into El Paso uh, to conduct any type of business or for any fucking reason, you need to rethink your goddamn life because El Paso fucking sucks, man. It is a fucking literally a border town. Um, so yeah, Fort Bliss is there. So there's a reason why a lot of the Hispanic soldiers are stationed at Fort Bliss because the army knows what they got and they know what the fuck they're doing. So yeah, so that's going on. I mean, and good. If the cartels like got little fucking grenade drones or whatever, I don't know. I'm allegedly thinking this shit up. They're fucking flying shit over. I don't want to be in a goddamn airplane and get taken out by some 11-year-old with a fucking drone. Can't speak English, or probably does. Probably better than me right now, especially. Um, okay, Finland's going on. Slovakia, I'm pretty sure that is Olympic related, so we will just that. What the fuck? You know what? Oh, NFL Combine already? They're talking about that shit. Man, give it a couple weeks. Doesn't matter anyway. Half the guys fucking opt out because they don't want to get hurt, coach. All right. Let me quote and we'll get the fuck out of here. Here we go. Lemmy from Motorhead on his upbringing, he says, and I quote, "I come from a broken home. I broke it." Lemmy from Motorhead, 2004. The self-awareness of that man. Good for him. All right then. Well, you know what? Valentine's Day is coming up, and if you don't have someone to fuck, then go fuck yourself. Till next week.